Hey everyone, it is Matt here, and today we're doing another episode of Did I Get What I Ordered? And this one is going to be the most interesting episode yet. I'm calling it right now, by the way. Not only will it be the most interesting episode yet, but this will be the first time that these games have ever appeared in a YouTube video, not just on this channel, anywhere in the history of YouTube. I'm calling it right now, okay? So you're gonna find this video, you're gonna watch this now, and quite frankly, I'll even go as far as to say 5 to 10 years from now, and you're never gonna see these games on camera in the same video ever again. All right, I'm calling it. You think I'm bluffing? You think I'm trying to hype this up? I'm not. I'm being dead serious. So, the last few episodes that we've been doing, we've done some from GameStop. We actually did one from GameFly, and also last episode we did one from Fanatical. So that was digital only, but we're going back to physical games here for eBay. So when it comes to eBay, I was a little worried about one of these orders, both arguably, because one was like a 3-in-1 dealy, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna get either legit games or what condition they're gonna be in. And for the other one, because of everything going on in the world right now, the updates were very inconsistent, and they basically were just non-existent, quite frankly. So I thought that I was being gypped, especially when looking at some of the sellers' recent feedback. I was like, ugh. And I'm not going to post them here because I don't want to do that to them, because I did get the item, but still I was very worried because of the fact that I didn't know if it was because of everything that's going on right now in the world, or if it was because of a bad seller. And it turns out that no, where I got the item from specifically, I'll talk about it a little bit later, but where I got the item from specifically, there were just some problems with the postal service because of just people not being able to go into work for obvious reasons, and so things were getting a little bit hectic over there. So thankfully though, again, I got the items, but we have to wonder, first of all, what are they? Secondly, do they look good? Are they in optimal condition? And also, do they work? That whole like, does a game work thing is pretty important, at least for me. I do collect stuff, as you can see, but I'm also a gamer as well, so I want to be able to play these games. So let's actually take a look at these games right now and see if I got what I ordered. So the first game we're talking about in this rather weird foursome is Victorious Boxer's Revolution for the Wii, as you can see. Now, you might not know this game, but you might know this as Hajime no Ippo, which is both a manga and anime. We never got the manga, sadly. It's been going on for almost, I believe, more than 30 years now. And when it comes to the anime, we did get the first part and I believe the second part, but then future iterations were never brought to the US, sadly, that adapted further parts of the manga. As you can see, this did come with a manual, which is nice. It does seem kind of beat up, but honestly, I ended up getting it for 12 bucks. So personally, I think I made out okay. Oh, and we can even see them promoting when the anime was brought over here by Genion. That's when it was actually in print. It's been long since out of print. It was brought over here as Fighting Spirit. So yeah, it never really came over here as Hajime no Ippo. But oh, it says $10.99 down there. Looking at the cover here, it looks iffy, but I mean, some of it looks normal, some of it does not, near the ring there. I'm a little nervous, I'm not going to lie to all of you. Turning this thing around though, minus a scratch or dozen. Minus a baker's dozen of scratches. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, this game came out more than a decade ago, so, you know, as long as it works, I'm okay with that. Yes, these are the games that I was hyping up before. This is Pocket Bike Racer for the Xbox and Xbox 360, interestingly enough. It is sealed, and I feel like it's a resealing. Just gonna put that out there. You can see what game is underneath it. Oh ho ho. But yeah, no, I have a feeling it's like, it really, like, trying to open it, it really doesn't seem like it's been resealed. But I can't imagine. Well, why would somebody not open this game up? Now, I know what you're thinking. Why have I not sent these games to WADA? Well, first of all, when you see this in here, load, use, reload, works like cash. Give the gift of beef. Do BK Crown Card. Pay now so you can eat later. Why would I give that up? I mean, that thing that even at its time was worthless. Why? Now, looking at the manual, we can see something that's actually not beefy. Haha, cue the laugh track. Literally, it's 2 pages. That is the manual. Now you can see up here it actually says includes Xbox 360 and original Xbox versions. So yes, even before the new Xbox Series X stuff with, Xbox Series X and One on the top, they did have games like this. So you could pop this into your original Xbox, or you could pop this into your 360, or you could just not. That is also an option, to be fair. It says do not make illegal copies of this disc because people were foaming at the mouth. See, for some of you youngins out there, you don't know, in 2006, in 2006, people were just clamoring for Burger King content. It was crazy, the sheer amount of bootlegs for this game. Now, looking at the back here, it looks like it's just been through some stuff, but not a lot that makes it unusable. Like again, I feel like it was resealed because I've never seen a seal that way, but I don't know how they sealed them up from Burger King. So what I can tell you is it looks like this game is going to work even with some blemishes, and those blemishes could just be from being in this package for so long. I mean, even though it's been unopened, that doesn't mean that it's been in the best condition for 14 years. So I don't know. I really don't. Now we're taking a look at Sneak King, which also sealed, by the way. So you're thinking, whoo, these games must have been a pretty penny. Well, I paid $10 for all 3 of these. Now this one intrigues me more, so let's actually read the back of it. The majestic master of Sneak invites you to go behind the mask. The game is sneaking. The objective is surprise. Here's your chance to step into the royal shoes of the king and silently unleash your hot sandwiches on the hungry citizens of this famished world. All of your covert gaming skills will be put to the test as you try to fill the role of the slickest sneaker on the planet. What? The Sneak King. So it's Hungry Metal Gear Solid, basically. Kojima, take some notes. And if you're angry that I just said that, don't be so serious. You don't follow in the king's footsteps in this game. You make royal footsteps of your own. Or royal crouch marks. Or royal imprints inside hiding places. However you like to sneak, you can have it your way, TM copyright. Whatever that symbol is. Your stealth and dexterity will be stretched to their limits as you sneak up on hungry citizens and dole out tasty sandwiches with a flourish worthy of a king. Why? But why though? Seriously though, this was part of like a whole marketing campaign back then. So like if any of you are contextless on why these exist, there actually was a marketing campaign on memifying the king. And I do think that it worked back in the day. Oh no, the manual. It is, oh no. So then this must be resealed. But also, do I care? Look at that. Look at that. Just says best. Oh, his best. Let me explain, officer. Face. Wonderful. Oh, there's more than 2 pages on this, so they made it a fold-out. Excellent. And again, not so meaty. Manual's not that meaty, folks. Moving on to the disc. None of that is any kind of grime that's just actually in the picture itself. So if any of you were very nervous about this game working or not, I'm sure it'll work just fine. I do admit, though, it is giving me a little agita just looking at some of that, which, like, it looks like this game, I don't know if that, some of that is clearly built into the picture, but there's some other stuff around I didn't notice at first in the yellow that doesn't look like it was, looks like it was applied, some ketchup applied posthumously. Looking at the back of his disc though, yeah, it really doesn't seem like it's been used heavily. It just seems as if it's just normal wear and tear of being in a container, you know, being in that box for 14 years. I mean, imagine the things that it's seen before it came to my house. And last but definitely least, Big Bumpin'. Yeah, don't let the sexual tension on this box art fool you. This game is lacking anything, both the tension and also good gameplay. We'll get to some more of it later, but you know what? Maybe these were resealed and the value is tanked. Damn it! I thought I had 9.5s of, or I thought I had perfect 10s. Now I might have like an 8 or I don't know any of the quality scores rankings. I don't care. All I care about is that this manual is not meaty whatsoever. The seemingly meatiest one though, because it did fold out a lot. And you're gonna notice that this one is the least used, the smart option, clearly by whoever owned this before me. See, let's look on the back here, and you could literally see that there's no scratches, no nothing, It's just in pristine condition. But you know what? Hey, let's jump over to some gameplay. I am putting the game into the Wii. Oh, there it is. There it is. You can't see me doing it, but you can see the disc spinning. It's not GameCube, it's Wii. What are you doing, bud? Hello? 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 What are you doing? Load. Can you do it, buddy? There we go. I mean, it was only $12, but still, that would have been really frustrating. So as we're taking a look at the opening cutscene, now would be a good time to note that the entire game is voiced over in English. And from what I've noticed from the anime, it seems like most of, if not the entire cast, has reprised their roles. So that's pretty cool as well, and if you're not familiar with the anime or manga at all, this is your first time experiencing this series. Thankfully, they start from day one of Ippo's journey, so there's no jumping in between an arc or anything like that, which actually you might be shocked to learn that that has happened before with certain anime games, so that can be a bit jarring when that does happen. So something that I found very interesting was after going into story mode, the game asks what play mode you would like to use. So not only can you use the Wiimote and nunchuck, of course, to simulate like real boxing, you can also go into a pointer mode, which I assume would use the Wii normally, like the actual just Wii controller, and also classic controller and GameCube controller. So I played this completely using a classic controller because I didn't want to, just move my arm up and down and whatnot, and potentially end up swinging at a vase or something like that. So I ended up using the classic controller, and I was not expecting this many options. And that's one of the things I really enjoy about this game. They weren't just trying to look at people who are fans of the anime or the manga and try to bring them in. They're really trying to have a huge amount of customization to make sure that you, a fan of boxing, is also really tailoring your experience while playing this game, even when it comes down to things like power, speed, and stamina, both in your opponent and in you. So I would not have expected that when picking up this game. So something else that I thought was pretty cool were how these cutscenes were cel-shaded, very much like Dragon Ball Z Budokai on the GameCube. It feels really cool to kind of have this vibe going on and not just kind of have anime cutscenes just thrown in. Nothing against games that do that, but it was still really cool to see these scenes recreated, very much like how I ended up experiencing some anime after watching them on TV, but re-experiencing them through video games as a kid. So when you get used to it, the game does get pretty easy, but to be fair, I do have it on easy mode. And also I have the classic controller as well, so if I want to up the difficulty in the future, probably will just do that. I didn't want to get my butt kicked while I was recording footage, but either way though, I do think this is a great way to experience the story of Ippo, a boy who is just not really your prototypical fighter. He's getting bullied at school, he's not really doing well in class, but he wants to be a boxer when he grows up. He wants to be a boxer now. So he ends up going to this gym, getting trained in true anime protagonist stuff. He ends up becoming a great boxer. Well, he has this aptitude, of course, because again, anime, but he ends up training to kind of learn how you do that whole defense thing, because all he knows is how to box. He doesn't know how to not take hits to the face. So we see his story, we see how he grows both as a character with his rival, in this case is Ichido, very much the Vegeta to his Goku, for anyone familiar with Dragon Ball Z, and I definitely do enjoy this story, and it's one that I would want to get more of, not just from this game, but also from the anime in the future. So I definitely will be playing this more in the future. This is Pocket Bike Racer. Yeah, giving me some real Batman 1966 vibes here. Some Adam West in front of a green screen, and we're just gonna race in the back of a Burger King parking lot, as is tradition. And while there's such a large cast of characters, I'm just gonna be the king. This is so bad. So I have to try to find out how to get out of first person mode. Thank God I'm out of it. And yeah, this is the game. I think that if you're just playing with friends, you're having some drinks, might be a good time. But as someone who is sitting alone in his apartment while playing this, so this is the game. This is something I would not recommend. Well, now we have to see if Big Bumpin' is gonna work. I mean, the other one we just loaded right into it, but will Big Bumpin' load? Oh, it says loading, so I guess it's gonna load. Oh, look at him. Look at him, looking like he's getting ready for his mugshot. Alright. Can I get negative tickets? Is there a way I can be banned from this place? So we're going to play in the ice box. We're going to see what that's like. So visually, I do like this game better than the last one. I do think that visually it looks great. However, for some reason they had to sacrifice gameplay. Also, look at those saws. Those are the saws that were in like that Yu-Gi-Oh season with the magician clown guy. Those are saws, sir. Why are there saws in a Burger King bumper car game? Either way, this game, I do not like it. I know that not every mode is going to be a winner, but yeah, I'm dead. So yeah, this one has completely different rules than the other ones, and in general, this is not a game that I'd recommend. So I'm gonna go with a no on this one, shockingly. But will Sneak King win the day? Jesus H. Oh God, what the? Okay. I can assure you, the audio did not make this better. Jesus Christ, dude. Just go to bed. What are you doing? Oddly enough, the game itself is a lot less creepy. You have to sneak up on people and try to feed them. Now, that does sound odd, out of context, but in all seriousness, looking at the lighting and just you sneaking around and trying not to be seen, it really does seem very Metal Gear Solid-esque, especially with the exclamation point. And I think maybe because of its influences, it actually, and its inspirations, I feel like it's actually a lot better of a game. Just because of that alone. I mean, you're sneaking around, you're trying to feed people before they fall down on the job, and oh God, I just walked over her corpse. Now, when you can feed someone, you do have a kind of a gauge that even if you screw up like I just did, you actually can still feed them, and then you can get new missions and achievements for any of you achievement hunters out there. But seriously though, this game kind of shocked me at how fun it was, and I kind of do want to play it again in the future. That's really weird. Would not have expected that myself. And yeah, I definitely would actually recommend this. No, I really would. I'm serious. This one is, it's not the most difficult thing. I mean, it is kind of interesting to try to get in between all these different characters and try not to have them see you. But I do feel like it's a fun game to pass the time if you just want a little breather in between your longer gaming sessions of something just kind of really short and silly. So I really do recommend it. I know how that sounds, but out of all three of these games, if we're just talking about the Burger King games, if we're talking about Hajime no Ippo, obviously Ippo wins the day. But if we're just talking about the Burger King stuff, this game definitely wins. So yeah, I might actually be playing this one in the future. What a weird thing to say. What did I say? What did I say? You can apologize. It's okay. If you would like to apologize, you can comment down below and say, Matt, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. You thought I was being a hype man, but I was telling you, you've never seen these games in the same video. Watch those. Someone's going to watch this and just be like, you know what? I'm actually going to I'm going to make a video about these 3 games randomly if you have them in your collection. I'm going to make a video about these 3 games and guess what? Or 4 games. And guess what? Now all of a sudden, bam, they're in a video together. How dare you? But either way, it was a very weird episode. I'm liking this series because it just gets weird with the stuff that I buy. But don't get me wrong though, I actually wanted these for videos on other channels of ours that I will link down below if I didn't already talk about it in the voiceover before in the middle of the episode. But either way, I enjoy doing these, and hopefully you enjoy them as well. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and if you don't, well, of course you can still like and subscribe anyway. No, this is a judgment-free zone, so no one's gonna judge you if you watch this filled with hate in your heart. It's odd to me, but I'm not gonna judge you for it. You do you. If you watch these thinking, I hate this man, alright, cool, you do you. Either way, love you all, take care, and tune in next time for another episode of Did I Get What I Ordered? Alright everybody, so see ya.